What's up everybody, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today we are going to be going over the loot that I received from 100 runs of Mana Tombs. Now Mana Tombs is great because you can run it and get a bunch of like world drop epics, world drop patterns, some good greens, etc. All while you're also getting some Mote of Shadow from some of the mobs in there. So even if you're not really successful with anything else, you're still going to end up getting some Primal Shadow. And while it's not as good as it used to be now that all of the commodities have been merged into one auction house, I mean, you still you can't complain that you're walking away with about 3.5k worth of Primal Shadow as well, which is pretty fast selling even now. So I was hoping in my 100 runs to receive at least a couple of decent patterns or something to be really excited about. My goal was the Crown of Endless Knowledge. I just think it's like the coolest transmog ever with the flowers going around, or I call them petals or flowers, but I guess they're probably some other thing that, I don't know, gems maybe flying around. That was my goal, was to get that and then learn it. It has a region market value of 40k here and a pretty decent sell rate. I did not get it, however, so I was a little disappointed by that. I actually, as I was sorting through my items, prior to sorting through, I was a little iffy on whether or not, I had actually gotten a decent amount of gear out of Mana Tombs. But as I was sorting through, I was like, oh, okay, this actually isn't that bad. So without further ado, let's get into it. Everything over here in this left-hand column here was just kind of okay. All of these were shared appearances, so I wasn't I'll probably keep them, but I'm not as happy with them. A lot of them have a little bit lower sell rates as well, like this one in particular, the repeater crossbow. It's not unique at all. Someone on my server must be the only one posting it and then messing up the price as well. 283k on my server. It really just has a region market value of 3.8k, so I don't know what's going on there. But that was the only one where I moused over it and was like, wow, okay, something's super wrong there. We'll save the patterns for last, so let's go through the unique weapons that I received. I think probably the coolest one is the Crystal Blade right here. It is unique. It has a region market value of 12k here. Chipped Wood Chopper, also unique, 2.3k. I actually ended up this entire bag here, just unique weapons. So I'm pretty excited to sell a lot of them. There are some of them, especially the Crystal Blade here. It does have a little bit lower of a sell rate, but I mean, it's a unique item, so it will eventually sell. The Hanbo staff here has a region market value of 7.2k. Berserker Axe, again, it's unique. This one's going for a lot more on my server than the region market value. Region market is just below 2k, and then on my server it's going for 10k, which is very surprising. You have the Elexorian Blade, where it used to not be unique. It used to share an appearance with something else, but that has been removed from the game, so now that is unique. It has a region market value of 14k, so not awful. Kingly Axe, just under 2k, again, unique. Silvermoon War Mace, region market value of 2.2k. On my server, it's going for 10k, so I'm excited about that one. Let's see, 12k for the Cleft Hoof Mace here. Very ho-hum in my opinion. 8.8k for this cool looking sword. Darkened Broadsword here. I think that one's kind of cool. You have the Demonic Longstaff, 7.5k region market value. That is the tiniest thing ever. Okay. 6.4k for the Starshine Staff. 4.5k for Fairy Kind Staff. Again, none of these are really neat. They're not super glowy and super cool. However, they are unique. So again, they're going to have a little bit better of a sell rate in my opinion, just because they don't share so many appearances. All right, let's talk about Transmog real quick. The armor here. Blood Knight, I think is pretty neat. Some of them are unique in appearance and then some aren't, which is kind of surprising. The Blood Knight breastplate, for example, has a really good sell rate. All of the Blood Knight stuff I really enjoy selling. Blood Knight chest piece, though, is not unique, and neither are the boots. But then the leggings and the helm are both unique. So I don't know why. Reaver armor here is unique. It has a really low sell rate, so we don't have to spend too long on that. And then the Wrathfin armor is also unique, 1.4k. So again, all of this armor is pretty decent sell rate. I think probably the best one would be the Blood Knight Greaves here. I think they're pretty neat. It's hard to tell on a Tauren. Probably would have been better on my Blood Knight, or not my Blood Knight, my Blood Elf Pally. All right, and then of course, let's talk about the patterns. Now, Mana Tombs, I feel like people go in there hoping that they'll receive like the Fellsteel Longblade pattern, for example. I did not get that. I was not expecting to. Like I said, I really wanted the Crown of Endless Knowledge, and I did not get it. That's okay, though. So the patterns we did receive, however, we got a Recipe Elixir of Empowerment, 5k region market value, not awful. I don't ever think that the designs sell well for me. Any jewel crafting, I struggle to sell. But we can quickly go over those. We got a design Destructive Skyfire Diamond. Again, price is really wacky on my server for this, 7.3k. My server, 80k. Something's wrong there. Region market value for the next one is 2.6k. Design Purified Night's Eye. Again, it has a pretty decent sell rate, but I never have success with jewel crafting. If y'all do, please let me know. I always struggle with jewel crafting designs. And finally, our last design here is 4.6k. This one's a little bit lower of a sell rate. It is the design Stormy Azure Moonstone. Now, we did receive one pattern, the Black Belt of Knowledge. It has a region market value of 60k, going for half that on my server. Surprisingly, normally it's like about the region market value price. That is a tailoring pattern, and it gives you a BOE belt. Next up, we have two schematics. We have the schematic Mana Potion Injector, has a region market value of 3.2k. Kind of okay. And then we have the schematic Purple Smoke Flare, has a region market value of 5k. Not awful. And then finally, we have some enchants here. We have Formula Enchant Bracer. This has a region market value of 9k. 22k on my server for some reason. We have this one here. There isn't even any on my server. Formula Enchant Weapon Spell Surge. This was probably like, outside of the pattern we received, this was probably the most eye-opening drop that I got. 105k region market value here, and it actually has a decent sell rate for a formula enchant, like an enchant pattern, 0.017. And then finally, we received the Formula Enchant Weapon Potency. Has a region market value of 15k. It's going for about 22k on my server. So overall, not awful. I feel like the enchant pattern probably, and then the tailoring pattern we received really ended up selling this. I mean, I got a lot of unique items I'm pretty pleased with as well. And then some things that are just kind of like, they're going for a decent amount, so I'll sell them on my server, but I'm not really expecting like, especially the 0.001 283k bow, like that someone completely messed up. I'm like, I don't think that's going to sell at all. But overall, pretty happy with what I received. Next up, we are doing 100 runs of Pit of Sauron, Hellfire Ramparts, and then someone in the last video requested RFK, so I got that started as well. So if there are any other dungeons that are of interest, please let me know. I can add them to the list. I think I am going to start Botanica at some point as well. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.